Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about the entire crypto market, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate that. Now, overall, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys first off the macro view on the entire market in regards to some charts that I've seen on Twitter, and then I'm going to be addressing the micro viewpoints on the market as well. So let's just dive in and talk about a few things. So today we did see some altcoins starting to break out. I know on the top 100 we don't see all of them. Like for example, some of these are doing great. Like we do see Thor up about 17%, Chili's is up about almost 11%, and a few other altcoins are up pretty good. On the 7-day span, we do see a ton of movement along the boards for some altcoins. We did see ZIL actually start to break out a little bit today, which was pretty interesting. It is up about 35%. We are hitting some significant resistance, but we do see trading volume is up 1,000%. I told you guys about ZIL many times on this channel. On the last, couple months, we did see us bottom out a little bit around the February timeframe at around almost 4 or 3.5 cents, technically almost. So this was like a perfect accumulation zone. If we can break out here, it'll be very significant. I address this on my Twitter if you guys do want to grab that information as well. It's fully free. But with that being said, let's kind of move on and let's talk about a few things. So, everybody is getting a little bit bullish on Bitcoin. I do believe that the price action is pretty bullish, but there is some bearish things or signals that we are watching for. So let's actually look at the macro view real quick. Let's talk about how bullish we actually should be right now. So first off, here we have Bitcoin 3-week vortex indicator crossing a supply last active over 1 year exceeds 60% after dormancy flow bottomed. And here we have this overall comparison to this is like the 2020 time frame before 2021. This is like the summer of 2020. This is where a lot of things started to really flip bullish for Bitcoin. This is also where we did see a little bit of DeFi summer back in play. Then again, comparing it to like 2015, this is the summertime again of roughly 2015 before 2016. This is pretty much a range from that time to around like the fall time frame. Again, this sparked a massive bull run for Bitcoin, and we also see what happened during 2021. That led us to around this time frame that we are in currently. If we do continue to have this nice bull run pattern, this will lead us to eventually $100,000 plus on Bitcoin. It's going to take a little bit of time, but for the most part, this should continue in a bullish factor if, of course, everything plays into accountability from the past. Now, I do know that a lot of individuals, myself included, like to look at the past time frames and patterns and kind of compare and contrast to the current ones in this market. I do think that this is a good way to look at things, but just know that not everything is going to follow the same exact pattern, not twice, but 3 times. So, just be aware of that. Now, also, we do see macro headwinds versus Bitcoin fundamentals. On-chain spot demand keeps climbing. Futures demand returns for the first time since November. Capitulation has signaled. The market has fully reset. Accumulation has already happened. Probably a decoupling will continue. Risk on/risk off correlations to equities is a short-term effect. Bitcoin trades this correlation, due to short-term speculations or speculators. And again, Bitcoin's internal demand fundamentals powered by its adoption curve is more powerful. Eventually, the market decouples. The last time was October 2020, and we do know exactly what happened during that time frame, as you guys do see on the chart here. You guys have it. This is like around that. This is the summer of 2020. But here we have like October of 2020, where we did really see that massive spark in price. So again, just pay attention to things that are happening. And here we have the Bitcoin demand/supply. We do see the price, we do see the holders, and of course we do see the calendar futures. Again, this is on-chain spot demand, climbing. We also see the percentage. Like if we go over to this chart, I shared this the other day, but I want to share it again because I want you guys to understand that right now we are seeing, sort of a time frame with Bitcoin where we are sitting kind of stable. We've had nice impulses, like right now we are at around like 44k, but just so you know, the Bitcoin supply that has not moved in at least 1 year keeps climbing, now up 62.9%. The record all-time high is 63.4% before we went from 10K to 40K. The reason why I say this again is because when we are talking about a lot of stuff happening, we are in a mass accumulation, and this will essentially have a massive shocking breakout. And we do see where the market has fully reset in terms of market pricing versus on-chain demand coming from hodlers. And here we have again, that supply shock oscillator. Similar to the structure that we've played in the past, we are at this point where we should have this massive price, appreciation for Bitcoin coming very soon. I've been sharing this viewpoint for a while now. Of course, there's a lot of other things that lead into this, more so like the indices. We've been addressing the indices multiple times a week now, and the reason why I share with you guys the overall indices is because they do play into the idea on, hey, are we about to have a nice bullish factor throughout the markets? Because equities also do matter. We actually see our equity traders sold heavily into this rally, one of the biggest weekly purchases in history as a percentage of market cap. Total money selling hit a new record. Speculation positioning now significantly net short, at risk of a further squeeze. Similar setups led to some major rallies. And we actually do see here, this is the S&P 500, just so you guys know. Here's our current structure. This is also the total U.S. equity futures speculation positioning. And you guys do see exactly what is happening here in terms of price. The last time that this was like this, we've seen a massive rally. Again, during this time back here, a little bit of a rally. During this time, you could really kind of see, this is when like things get very heavily speculated, if you will. We do see massive price appreciation. We've seen it in the past as well. This spikes a little bit, but for the most part, a lot of the times within the S&P 500 and even the NASDAQ and stuff, like we've seen massive rallies. I have been addressing the NASDAQ and even the S&P 500 and also the Dow Jones specifically in terms of their target points. It's at 618 fib level, which is significant resistance, but we are also seeing, a significant resistance point being met on even Bitcoin and even Ethereum. I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys that. If we do get rid of this fib level on the screen and we actually go off of the bottom structure down here, sorry, I messed up a little bit. I went a little bit higher. But if we go off of this structure alone, which is the reverse fib level, you can see where we currently are being met with some resistance on the chart, but you can see the next level that we really want to break out of here, which is the 618 level. I do want to see us break above 47K. I think that will give us that clear confirmation that we are in a bullish momentum, but it is also the idea that 48.6K is the true resistance level. This will just kind of solidify that we are in a strong market, but this is the level that I'm watching for because you do see that resistance being met in September. You also see that resistance being tested during October before we eventually broke out of that level and went on a very bullish price appreciation move. So when we are talking about Bitcoin's current move, yes, on the normal fib level, I am watching this chart closely because we currently are at these nice structures and we still see that resistance level being at around like 46.7K. But ultimately speaking, this is the level that I want to see us actually break over. It is just this area in between 40 almost 8.6K roughly, and almost like 6K itself. So if we could break above this point here, that will be very strong for us. Obviously, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I do believe that will eventually happen. Currently, right now, we are trading against resistance. We are seeing sort of diminished volume on Bitcoin, which is a little bit concerning. We do see that resistance being at around like 44.7K. It's a similar resistance point going back to February that we still have to, really get over. It could happen tomorrow with the weekly candle close. It could bring in some more volume to push us over that level, but that is a significant level to really kind of break over. And also, while we do see Bitcoin dominance still hitting some resistance itself at around roughly 43%, this could allow for a lot of altcoins to start their breakouts. And honestly, when we are looking at Ethereum to Bitcoin, we are seeing this range on support, and if we can really kind of break out on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, it will range us, even higher to some resistance levels. But I'm targeting that 382 level up here, roughly at around like 0.0733 sats. If we could break up to that, that's going to be a strong impulse on the Ethereum USD chart to really kind of break above the resistance level that this is also trading at, which is pretty much the same 200 EMA level, but the 382 is the next target for me, at least for the Ethereum USD chart. So if we could break over this, we will have a nice impulse similar to what we had back here in October during like the September-October timeframe. So this will actually allow Ethereum on the USD pair to actually go on a little bit of a bull run. Now, also, I am watching other altcoins, specifically like XRP, XLM, QNT, and stuff like that, because these are also trading against that same resistance level, which is, of course, the 200-day EMA. That is a significant level for us to actually break over, because every single time that we have broken over it, you guys do see even, XRP back in August when we did officially break out, we went on that massive tear to, $1.40. So that's the levels that I'm watching for, specifically that 200-day EMA. Some altcoins are, a little bit further away from it. XRP is very close to it, but, we do see XLM ranging a little bit further away. We do see that, overall fib level still being there at around 24 cents. That's the bullish break for XLM. Hbar also, again, a little bit further away from that 200-day EMA, but I do believe that we will get there eventually. It is a little bit of a slow, sort of gradual increase in price on this sort of grind in an upward trend. That is a little bit frustrating, but for the most part, this will allow for our altcoins to actually gain a lot of momentum if we can break above those levels. QNT is also a little bit further away from it, but it's closing the gap. It is roughly at around 154.7. So that is a level that I am watching closely. If we could actually break up to that, that will bring us into my key target point. Obviously, this is in a downward trend in terms of the 200-day EMA. So the further and further this kind of closes down, the more and more chances that we do get to really kind of break out of that. Now, we don't actually have a point in time where we did break out of that, as you guys do see on the chart. But we do have significance in terms of the other levels being broken. So as this kind of continues on this upward trend, I do believe that we will follow a similar structure that we did play back here in terms of the 10-day EMA. So I am watching this, very, very closely, and I'm actually very happy, to say the least, in terms of what QNT has been doing. There's a lot of strength in QNT. Of course, yes, are we seeing diminished volume? 100%. Is the RSI nearing overbought levels? Yes. So we might see a little bit of a corrective state soon, depending on how much volume actually flows into QNT. But I am watching a lot of altcoins. Specifically, I told you guys to definitely check out ZIL. If you guys do want to check out ZIL, watch for a pullback if you guys did want to get into it. I mean, it is having a very great day today, so I wouldn't buy into anything that is up, over 10+% on the daily. So, if you guys are a ZIL holder, congratulations, guys. But with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.